Oh, she's getting big. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another pregnancy update. Weeks 23 and 24, I'm officially 6 months pregnant. Oh my goodness. And I sure do feel 6 months pregnant. That is for sure. I'm definitely out of breath all the time. I feel heavy and big all the time. Let's get into these symptoms. So for weeks 23 and 24, I wrote it's been a stressful couple of weeks. If you follow me on Instagram, if you've been keeping up with my weekly vlogs, let me just move this bench back a little bit, then you know it's been freaking stressful. So in a nutshell, on top of everything else that Jeff and I have been going through for this entire year, what feels like this entire year, in the past 2 weeks we had a tropical storm that knocked out our power. And I can look back now and say, like, luckily it was only for, I think it was 3 days, but those 3 days I lost my mind. I lost my sanity. I was so stressed, and like, listen, there's so much that I can take. There's so much that I can handle. I was so stressed, and I started getting a lot of anxiety about the baby because why not, like, everything else has been falling apart. So part of my brain was like, why wouldn't also the pregnancy, like, why wouldn't something be wrong? You know what I mean? So I was trying to stay as positive as possible, but honestly, you guys know, I hit a major wall, and I wasn't really feeling him move a lot during those few days that we didn't have power. And I think I was just super stressed. And then, like, the best moment happened when Jeff and I had come back to here. We were packing everything up. We were like, all right, we'll go to my parents. My parents had, their power was restored by then. And we were thinking, okay, we'll just go stay with them because we weren't getting any estimated time of the power coming back. And we were hearing rumors of like 5 to 6 more days. And so we were like, okay, we'll just take Hugo to my parents. We'll stay there. And we're packing everything up, and all of a sudden the power came back on, and it was glorious. And I was sitting in that gold chair, and all of a sudden, as the power was on and as Jeff and I were like just sitting there soaking it in, the baby started kicking a lot. And ever since then, it's been like constant every day. So that made me feel really, really good at the end of an extremely stressful couple of weeks. I wrote down bagels. Maybe I've been stress eating. Maybe I've been stress eating. No, I've just like recently loved bagels. I want bagels, but like not because we were buying these like Ezekiel sprouted bagels for a long time that were like this big, and they were a healthier alternative to like just big ass Eastern bagels. Y'all know, like New York bagels, big bagel. Anyway, now I love me a good big ass bagel. And so I've been having a bagel a day. Not good. We have one more left, and Jeff said after this last one maybe we'll take a break from the bagels. I agree. I have no self-control, so if it were up to me, I buy all the bagels and all the cookies, but it's good to have a partner who can like balance me out. So bagels have been big. Been loving bagels. I wrote swelling. So I do think I am experiencing some slight swelling. My rings are getting awfully tight. They're getting awfully tight. I did have to wear them around a necklace when I was pregnant with Hugo for, I can't remember how long. I know I was wearing them though for the last few pregnancy updates. So maybe around week 32 or 34 I started wearing them around my neck, maybe. I don't know. All I know is that like these rings are getting tight. By the end of the night, I feel like my hands and my feet and my ankles, even my legs, I just feel like everything swells by the end of the day. And I am so heavy and I feel so big. And I don't feel like that in the mornings. In the mornings, I feel good. I feel like, okay, my tummy is a manageable size and like my limbs feel good. It's the most bizarre thing. By the end of the day, my limbs feel like they're made out of stone, Which brings me to my next thing, is like all my anxiety and worry about having gestational diabetes. So I'm having my gestational diabetes test next week. Next Wednesday is my next appointment, and I'll be doing the 1 hour gestational diabetes test. So I know I felt this way before I took it with my first pregnancy. I felt like, oh, I definitely have it. There's no way I don't have it. You know, you just convince yourself. And I'm hoping that that's what I'm doing this time too. I know that gestational diabetes is mostly genetic. I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is that by the end of the day, I feel really big. So I'm excited to go to that appointment. I'm excited to like be done with that test. I just hope that the test results are positive. Speaking of positive test results, I got my thyroid test results back. So rewind a little bit. A few weeks ago, I went back to the doctor and we retook my blood. Does that make sense? We did another sampling of my blood to see if the thyroid medication I've been on is the correct dose and if like everything is working well and doing good. And I got a letter. Yep, a letter. I got a letter in the mail from my doctor that everything looks really good, and I'll have another blood test. I don't know why I can't speak. I'll have more blood tests done in about 2 months so that they can recheck to make sure again that my thyroid levels everything looks good. But that was just that was such a sigh of relief and some like really positive, really wonderful news. And I'm just so happy that the thyroid medication is working and that the dose I'm on is great and that like easy peasy. Now I can just, you know, refill my prescription. We don't have to worry about, you know, levels and etc. So in 8 weeks, I'll go back, we'll get more blood work done. We'll see how my levels are doing. Fingers crossed, everything is working and doing its job. So that's super positive. And the last thing I wrote down was that the baby feels so low. Guys, I swear he is so low. And we know that because all of the ultrasounds I've had, like with the exception of like the 8-week ultrasound where he was a teeny tiny little peanut, he's so low. He's so low, just like Hugo. It was the exact same with Hugo. He's so low. I swear I get up, guys, I have to get up and I put my hand, I'm wearing a cropped shirt because like cute, no. I put my hand all the way down here to like hold him up, to hold him in. It doesn't feel like he's gonna just fall out, and like he wouldn't, but he feels just so, like it feels like I need support here. Here's where I need the support. Here just like feels fine and normal, like regular. It's right here. I need like a tiny little, I know they make the belly bands. It's so funny. I bought one during my first pregnancy because I was teaching a lot and I needed the support. Again, same exact thing, like super low. I wore it one time and I lost it. Who loses a belly band? And then my follow-up question is like, who finds it and then doesn't say anything? Because like, there's only, right? Anyway, I freaking lost it. I lost it in my car. I have a feeling I lost it in my car. And it was like one of those things where like, maybe it got mixed up with stuff. Anyway, I do remember that sort of helping. I might like, I don't know, I'm hesitant to like buy anything now because I feel like I'm home and like, if I I can just use my hand. So like, I don't really need it. But we'll see as he gets bigger. Because guys, again, like I said, I just feel like I'm expanding at like an alarming rate maybe. I did weigh myself at my parents' a few days ago and I was 151. And last time I went to the doctor, I was 148, 147 in that general area. So it's a lot. And reminder, like I'm 5'2", so it's a lot of weight. And yeah, so he just feels really, really low. Also, I'm starting to get that line here. And I don't see it. It's not going up here, but I know that with Hugo by the end, it was like a full-on dart. It looked like someone took a Sharpie and just like drew a line on my belly. So I'm sure we're getting there. But yeah, it's the bump. I'll show you like a more, you know, profesh bump shot in a second. But I think, let me just check my notes to make sure. I'm pretty sure that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. I know these past 2 weeks were like just crazy stressful with the power and everything. That last week, I remember turning 24 weeks and just being so disappointed because this was one of the days that we didn't have power. Just being so disappointed that I couldn't like access my app right away, and like first world problems for sure. And I've been like so aware of that. But last week was a blur, just such a blur. And now we're just rolling ahead, right? Like we're so grateful that our power is back on. And we're just gonna like move forward. Oh, really exciting. I think this video is gonna go up before my weekly vlog, so I'll just say it here and then I'll probably repeat myself. But my in-laws bought Hugo a bunk bed for his room, which is so sweet and so exciting. His brother and him will share a room while we're here, and they will have bunk beds eventually, right? Like not for a long time. But what we'll do is once the bunk bed's supposed to come on like the 25th or something, we'll do Hugo's room. So we'll paint, we'll put the bunk bed together, and then we'll focus on the baby and like figuring out how and where we're gonna store the baby stuff. So I feel like we're moving ahead. I can't believe on August 18th, it's gonna be 3 months until his baby comes. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That is nuts. It's nuts, because I mean, I have a scheduled C-section for November 18th, so it's 3 months from August 18th. Insane. So anyway, we will go, let's cut to my belly shot. My 24-week belly. So as you can see, really big, really round, maybe from this side. Ignore my like unmade bed over here. But also really low, right? If he feels lower than maybe he looks. But that's one side. That's the other. And that's the belly. All right, guys, so that's it. Thank you so much for watching this pregnancy update. Like I said, next week is my gestational diabetes test. Let's all just, you know, keep our fingers crossed for that one. And I will see you in my next update for weeks 25 and 26. All right, bye, guys.